All right, let's jump right into it. You're probably watching this video and you're like, what do you mean change your identity, right? That sounds kind of weird. Let me ask you this first. How many times in the past have you set out a goal for you to do something and you either fell short or it just didn't work and it didn't last, you couldn't do it for a long time? I'm going to tell you exactly why that happens. First off, it's not because you were doing something wrong to achieve your goal, because I bet you planned it out too. Especially if you tried this multiple times, you probably planned it out. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, right? You went back into your old phases and comfortability that you always did before, right? You got what you wanted a little bit, and then you went back to the old thing that you used to do. The reason you did that is because you changed the habits, but you didn't change your identity. You didn't change who you actually perceived yourself to be. And that's what this video is about. It's not about, oh, I'm going to do this habit, this morning routine. I'm going to change I'm going to do this challenge, 75 hard, whatever your thing that you think is going to change you. It's not going to change you unless you actually change your own perception of yourself. So change who you see yourself as. And that's what this video is about, is changing your identity, right? So first off, let's start. You need to kill your past self. Whoever it is that you don't like about yourself, kill all the qualities about them. You are not them anymore. Kill that person off. You don't like them. You don't respect yourself. If you still want to hold on to them, something is wrong, because you don't respect those qualities of yourself currently. You don't like that person you are. You don't like those qualities that you do. You know you want to be something better. You know you have a bigger goal out there, but you still want to do these little things. And if you can't learn to kill this guy, kill those qualities, kill that old self, you won't be the new self that has these big goals, six-pack, jacked, nice car, nice wife, nice house, living Miami, whatever your fucking goal is. You're not going to get to be that guy unless you can kill that motherfucker off. You need to kill him and say, fuck you, I don't want to be you, right? That's the first step to doing all this stuff. So kill off whatever is holding you back. And part of that is all your fucking vices and shit like that. Those are not going to exist with this new identity you are creating, right? You that you want to be, there's two versions of yourself. There's your current version of yourself, and there's the version you're about to become right now. That current version you're about to become doesn't do any of the vices that you do currently, because you're killing that guy off. You are literally only this person now. You can only do this thing, right? It's how you perceive yourself. And if you say, well, if you try and justify it, you're going to go back into the old things. So let's start with creating this new identity. First, you kill off the old one. Now we're going to create the new guy. Okay, so what does that look like? What does he do every single morning? Let's look at every single morning. What does he do? He has his morning set out to a T, waking up. Actually, let's go. The night before, he is set for the day to start the next morning. He is asleep by 9 p.m. He wakes up every morning, 4:55. He goes to the gym in the morning, does his cardio. He does morning posts, whatever he's doing, whatever it is that you need to do, have it set out. What is this guy going to do every single morning to get to his goals? What does that guy look like? What is he doing every single morning? Because the old self's not going to do that, right? That's why we killed him off. This new guy that you are creating, he is doing all of these things, and that's what you are going to be doing, right? So what does that look like for me, right? Waking up 4:55, blah, blah, blah. I already said that. Let's go into more details. It's like he reads, meditates, he studies all his content, all things like that. It goes into like the specifics. Every single little thing that he does, you write them down. Every single little thing, write it down, right? The next thing you need to know, okay, so he does all those things, right? So what about his mindset? What is his mindset? Because you can go into it and be like, well, I do all those things, but his mindset is still the same as the old guy. This is why your mindset is also involved in creating the new identity. So the mindset switch needs to be like, I want it, therefore I will have it. That is the new mindset. Not, I have this goal and I'm going to set out. It's, I want it, therefore I will have it. That is the new mindset. There's no old shit. You got to know your why. You have to know why you do everything. I'm going to go into that more in a second. You are so obsessed with your goals that there's nothing gonna stop you. You're laser focused. There's nothing in your way. That is exactly what it is. And you got to know why you have this mindset too. So I'm going to go deeper into the why I said earlier. The goals you have set out are for a reason, right? The goals you've set out in the past are all for a reason. You haven't just like, oh, randomly, I want a six-pack. Well, why do you want a six-pack? There's obviously a reason. You don't just want something without a reason. So you got to know why you want your things. You got to know why you want these goals. You got to know why you are creating this new identity so you never go back to that person. That is why you got to know why you were doing what you were doing. So the why. I'm sick and tired of feeling stuck and complacent, always in the same spots. I'm tired of going back to the same person that I was before. I have this goal set out so I can give back to people, so my parents don't have to work, so I don't need to keep driving my parents' car. These are more financial, but it's like I want to get that six pack so I stop getting made fun of, so I feel confident in myself. I can go to the beach and take off my shirt and feel confident in my body. I want this six pack because I've never seen my abs before in my life. I want to lose weight so I can actually be healthy and live longer and see my kids and actually show other people how to do so. I want to be a leader. Know why you were doing what you were doing. Know exactly why. Because if you don't know why, you will fall back into the old person. Know exactly why you're leaving it so you can stay with this guy and never go back. Never go back. The last thing I want to talk about are the characteristics of the new person. Yes, you have the mindset and you know why. The why is the most important part of all of this, by the way. So if you don't know why you were doing what you were doing, you will always go back. If you don't know why, you will always go back. That is just the fact of it, all right? So figure out the why out of anything else in this video. Because if you figure out the why, you will start to realize, I don't want to be associated with that person. Like if you literally chose, who would you choose? You want to be comfortable and complacent, be in the same spot? Or do you want to be up there with the big guy, doing what he says he's going to do? Like the guy who goes after every single goal, he doesn't wait. And it's not even a goal, it's just something he's going to do. It's just going to happen, right? So the last thing I want to talk about are the characteristics of this new person, right? You're not trying to just go and get something. This is still creating a new identity. This changes the way you speak, the way you act, the way you look. You are changing who you are. You are literally changing who you are in your own eyes so you can actually do the thing that you say you're going to, right? So this could be speech. This could be speaking with more conviction instead of being lower tone, humble, kind of, speak with conviction and actually believe what you're going to tell yourself. Think of someone right now that speaks with so much conviction. Like, let's say like Tristan Tate. He speaks very proper and with tons of conviction. Don't you want to speak like that instead of like the current self that you're speaking like? Exactly like that. Believe everything that you say to 100%. You actually believe everything that you're saying. You look like you could just be the man. You look like you are confident in every single one of your abilities. You dressed for the occasion. You are fit. You are groomed always. You are always ready, prepared. What are the characteristics of this new identity that he does to get to the things that he needs to do, right? Anything else? Let's see. I pretty much nailed it with the characteristics. Those are the type of things that you need to be doing to nailing down the new identity. So just to recap everything, you are killing your old identity. And first off, you need to know what this new guy does, how he acts, how he dresses, how he thinks, his mindset, everything. And most importantly, over anything else, you need to know why he does what he does. Why do you do what you do? Why am I going to do these new things instead of living as my past self? Why am I changing? Why am I creating this new identity? Why do I want this goal so bad? These are the things that you need to ask yourself before you can even do any of the creating, actually. You create all this stuff and you know exactly what he's going to do. Figure out the what's and then know the why. Because if you don't know the why, the what's will be nothing as a plan and a goal. Just as the old guy would have done. Know exactly why he does what he does so you can become him. All right? And I think that's just going to wrap it up. And yeah, know exactly why you're doing what you're doing. Kill your old self off. Create this new self. Know why he does what he does. And be the man that you want to be. Stop going back to that old self and kill him off. Create that new identity.